Association football started, pitches could be up to 100 metres wide and 200 metres long. That's longer than Ellen Road. Not the pitch, the stadium. Anyway, UEFA wanted a standard across Europe for international matches, which became 105 metres long and 68 metres wide. But some clubs have been rebels, not intentionally, but because of the stadiums. Take Highbury, for example. Shorten the pitch. The FA, very offended by the sacrilegious suggestion, said no, which in fairness could have actually benefited Tottenham, because when they moved into their shiny new stadium, the pitch was exactly the same size as Wembley's. Today, Forest Pitch at the City Ground is a big one. It's 2 metres wider than any other pitch in the Premier League. But the smallest of all, Craven Cottage, just 100 metres long and 65 wide. No excuse for not tracking your man. There are a couple of crazy outliers in Europe too. At Napoli's home ground, the Stadio Diego Armando Maradona, the pitch is a whopping 110 metres long. At least they don't play on a slope like Newcastle do. There's a 2-metre incline on the pitch at St James's Park. And don't get me started on the old pitch at Yeovil too. It used to be a slant of 2 metres corner to corner and across the halfway line. So UEFA have their standards. So do the FA, but they do give pitches in England some wiggle room. Pitches can be anywhere between 90 and 120 metres long and between 45 and 90 metres wide. I mean, the rules state you can't have a square pitch, but in theory you could have one that's 91 metres long and 90 wide. Imagine rocking up to play a Sunday League game and the pitch is basically a square. So there are rules and regulations on sizes, with a UEFA standard that roughly everyone follows. But as we all know, size doesn't matter, does it?
Oh. Thing is, Andy, I thought, as it's you know, how long have you been doing at this stage? 20, 25 years, is it nearly?
26 years.
26 years. I thought, well, they'll show a little bit of respect and they'll get the right music on because it's Andy Jacobs today on the warm-up.
That's all right.
I know, but it's depressing, isn't it, this music, Andy? It's,
why? What's wrong with it?
It just drags the life out of you, doesn't it? We're supposed to be hype men for the weekend.
Yes,
there are
true.
about 15,000 Premier League games today.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's exciting.
And we're supposed to be building up to them and making people feel like they need to go get it. And here we are with this dross music.
Oh, right.
If only there was anything anybody could do about it.
Okay.
Oh, there it is. Now we're in, Andy. You ready to dance, Andy? You ready? Look at it, he's got jazz hands. You're watching on YouTube, Andy Jacobs doing jazz hands. This is not a drill. This is not a drill. Here we go. Dance if you want to. We all will. Let's go. Good morning, everybody. This is not just any old radio show. This is the double award-winning, award-retired, GameDay retired, Warm-Up Max for Andy on Saturday, the 13th of September, 2025. And at 12:30, it's Arsenal, the Gunners, versus Nottingham Forest, the Tricky Trees. In the Premier League, it's a talkSPORT exclusive, presented by Reshman Chowdhury. Commentary from Sam, the sausage gilet man Matterface, and former England captain Stuart Psycho Pearce, the OB producer. Let's go, Andy. Ooh, it's Izzy Inter! Go get it! And then at 12:30, it's Oxford versus Leicester in the Championship. It's a talkSPORT 2 exclusive presented by Natalie Sawyer. Commentary from Adam, Stamford, Bridge, and former Leicester winger Mark Albrighton, the OB producer. Oh, it's Adam Bridge! Bridge over troubled water. Release your mind. Troubled water, I will ease your mind. Go get it. And then at 14:30, it's Game Day Live with Adrian Durham, Troy Deeney, and Mickey Gray. It's on talkSPORT. Adrian Durham with all the goals as they go in from the Premier League and the EFL, including Newcastle v Wolves, Everton v Aston Villa, and Fulham v Leeds. Plus, a classified results service at 17:15. Nota Balazze. Adrian is at Fulham, Troy is at Everton, and Mickey is at Newcastle. Not on UK TV.
Not on UK TV.
Not on UK TV. The 3 p.m. blackout is a UK broadcasting rule that prevents live football matches from being televised between 2:45 and 5:15 p.m. on Saturdays. It was implemented in the 60s to protect lower league clubs by encouraging fans to attend games in person instead of watching top-flight matches on television. Go get it! And then at 15 o'clock, it's Stoke v Birmingham in the Championship. It's a talkSPORT 2 exclusive, presented by Natalie Sawyer. Commentary from John Dunn and former Leeds United manager Neil Redfern. The OB producer, it's John Dunn. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Go get it! And then at 20, we're still going. At 20 o'clock, it's the Andy Jacobs derby. Brentford versus Chelsea in the Premier League. It's a talkSPORT exclusive presented by Faye Carruthers. Commentary from Big Joe Shannon and former England striker Dean Ashton, the OB producer. It's Declan McCarthy.
500 more. 800.
Go get it! It's Big Ticket Live! Premier League and Championship action you can't afford to miss. But you know what, Andy? Doing it on your own in the studio really feels really ridiculous.
Well, I was joining in.
You were joining in. You were joining in, and I was enjoying it. You're not in Australia like Max sometimes on a weekend. You are in West London, I believe, Andy. And
yes,
it's lovely to have you on the warm up. I know you've done it before with Max. I don't think you've ever let me and you do it before, so that's nice, isn't it?
Oh, we've done shows before.
Oh, we've done shows, Andy. I mean,
we have.
Have we done shows? We've done shows together. There we are. Huge day in the Premier League, Andy, isn't it?
It is tremendous. I'm really looking forward to it because last weekend was just such a... let's be honest.
I hate that. Don't you hate that international break?
Well, you know, it's just England versus Andorra. It's not as exciting as all that bit. You couldn't go mad like that going, England versus Andorra.
I think I gave it a go.
Did Torquay play last week?
Torquay played last week, yeah. We thrashed Slough Town 4-2. It was 4-2 at half-time.
Oh, well, they eased up.
You know, and then they just eased up. You know, the minnows, Slough Town, couldn't cope against the Torquay big boys.
That's exciting for you.
It is. It's very exciting, Andy. Very exciting indeed. How's your week been, Andy? How was it? How was it with Paul this week? I thought it was very funny this week. He's always very funny, isn't he?
Oh, he's very funny, yeah. He's a very funny man. He is. No, it was great. It was great to be back together again. I enjoyed the birthday spread. I very much enjoyed. I was listening to Dean Saunders before, and he was talking about Kenwyn Jones, the former Stoke striker. But he actually managed to make him sound really Welsh. He called him Kenwyn Jones.
Oh yeah, like he was playing in the Six Nations.
Yeah, Wyn Jones. What a player he is.
Kenwyn Jones does sound like someone who runs the rota at the local tennis courts. Oh, you'll have to speak to Ken Wynne-Jones about that, actually. The person you'll need to speak to is Ken Jones. I cannot help you there.
Well, I don't know where Wynne came in. Perhaps it's Ken and Wynne's his wife. They both organised the courts.
So we're going to be doing a full...
Taking that one as far as we could.
and that's what you get with that. We're going to be doing a full Premier League preview, Andy. Which is going to take hours because it is. Good. I think it's 8 games today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games. 2 of them live on talkSPORT. Arsenal v. I mean, it couldn't be better, really. Forest away at Arsenal with what's happened this week.
No, tremendous. Very exciting because there was no Friday night football and there's Champions League next week, so there can be no Monday night football, so that's why.
There was some WSL, Andy, so, you know, you've already shown your cards there by not including that.
I love the WSL.
I know you do, Andy. I know you just didn't. You said there was no football last night. That was all. And
I meant no
men's football, no Premier League.
No Premier League.
There was. I'll tell you what there was last night was Ipswich 5, Sheffield United 0. Sheffield United have had a shocker. Shocking start.
What a great idea to get rid of Chris Wilder.
I know, yeah.
Well done, everybody.
Well, they have to get rid of him. It's like Peterborough with Darren Ferguson. They have to get rid of Chris Wilder early in the season so they can get him back for the end.
That's very true. It's like Alan Buckley in Grimsby.
Exactly. You know, there's just managers that sort of are not allowed to leave clubs. Give us those, actually. 8, 10, 89. Managers that are not allowed to leave clubs. They have to be sacked so they can bring them back. That'll be lovely if you can give those on 8, 10, 89. Ian Stone is going to join us. Huge Arsenal fan, of course. I wonder if
what you're saying there.
Huge Arsenal. Full stop. Full stop. There's a full stop there.
At least you got the null out.
Yeah, yes. I wonder if he'll be going to the game. I imagine he will be. Season ticket holder. Very, very funny man. He is live one of the best you've ever seen. How tall are they?
Really top form. I noticed this. It's funny with comedians, isn't it? You can hit a kind of maturity, and he's really been brilliant this season.
Yeah,
I'm so spoiled.
This season, I'd like it if comedy went in seasons.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we didn't have a great start to the year. You know, really absolutely died on my hole at Portsmouth Jongleurs early on in the year. Got off to a bad start, but picked it up at the Birmingham Glee Club at Christmas. It seemed fine.
It's good.
It's a nice idea. How tall are they, of course? We're going to be playing that.
Good.
So that's nice. And that is with Shane Parrott, who's a listener. Who's the listener who's won through, and Quaker Mafari will join us for that as well, and he has the best music, as we know. Lars Sivertsen will give us his expert take on all the Premier League, and we'll have a game of time difference, and we've got Stuart Pearce and Matt Ford joining us later on.
Lars has embraced that thing. You call it's the Lars time. Yeah. He has his own podcast, The Lars Resort.
Has he? Oh, he's really taking on the word Lars.
Yes, have you got any others for him?
Yes, that's nice. TV formats for Lars Sivertsen. Why not?
What was
we'll
he
take
named?
those.
James Lars. James Lars Orchestra.
One for the kids. There we are.
I suppose it is.
I was going to say ask your dad, but actually ask your granddad.
Probably, yeah.
Who they are. But so there we are. All those things coming up with me and Andy Jacobs. It's the Game Day warm-up.
This is the talkSPORT Goal Show. It's the show for the fans. It's done by the fans. Yes! Oh! Oh my God! Yes! Yes! Yes!
He is an unlocker of defensive depth.
If you've got a problem or something to say,
You don't have the right to say anything about something. I do.
This nonsense kills the game.
The Premier League is back in session. What a goal! The roof has just been ripped off Anfield.
Well, this is absolutely remarkable. Nottingham Forest 0, West Ham United 3.
Nuno Espirito Santo sacked by Nottingham Forest.
Never ever predict what happens in the Premier League.
And is ready to return to the Premier League.
Salah comes into the box. It's left. Engamoa to finish it. He's won it. Rio Engamoa, the teenager. In comes the corner. It's flicked on at the near post, and João Pedro is there to head it in.
It is Sunderland 2, Brentford 1.
Daniel Levy has stepped down from his role as executive chairman after nearly 25 years.
Now Haaland on the turn. Of course he scores. This is the Manchester derby.
Oh, he's put it in the back of the net. Manchester United 3, Burnley 2 from the penalty spot.
Football, honestly, never changed.
Domestic football back.
Yeah, the Premier League is back. This is the Game Day warm-up with me, Charlie Baker, and Andy Jacobs with me today. Premier League is back, Andy. Shall I read out all the fixtures? Quite a lot, isn't it? Arsenal v Forest, that's live on talkSPORT. Bournemouth, Brighton, Crystal Palace, Sunderland, Everton, Aston Villa, Fulham, Leeds, Newcastle, Wolves, West Ham, Spurs, Brentford v Chelsea. It's a bit like they forgot to play them last week and then, we better put them on all this week.
So much has happened. Listening to that little trail there, so much has happened in the 2 weeks. It's amazing, isn't it?
It really is. I mean, Ange going straight back into Arsenal couldn't be a better story.
Yeah, he doesn't lack confidence, does he?
No.
It's like they didn't finish 17th Spurs and they were absolutely fluked a trophy. Oh, no, it was all his genius. It's amazing, isn't it?
I said earlier in the week, I said a lot of managers go away and they sort of drop a bit of weight, get their teeth done, have their hair dyed, get a tan, come back. Ange has come back like double Ange. He's like come back going, yeah, this is who I am, and you're going to have to enjoy it. This is who I am. To preview the Premier League with us today is Sam Dalling, and you're in Liverpool, I think, are you, Sam?
Good morning, not quite, but I will be this afternoon. I am heading up to the Hill Dickinson Stadium for Everton versus Aston Villa, which I'm very excited for.
I bet you are. We'll get to that in a minute. Let's get going with the 12:30 kick-off, the talkSPORT Game Day game. Arsenal v Nottingham Forest. An odd start for Arsenal to the season, I think. Full of promise, then went to Liverpool, and it all fell apart.
Harsh to say all fell apart.
I am harsh.
That's fine. Okay, you're a harsh master.
I am harsh.
All fell apart a couple of games in. I was a bit surprised. I felt they missed an opportunity to have had a go at Liverpool, because actually the thing that they have been struggling with is that back line, and Arsenal just sat a little bit too deep and didn't attack them. And I think they may well look back at that as an opportunity missed coming the end of the season, because I think Arteta is under pressure here. Like this season, what's he been there 6 years, not won an awful lot, spent £1 billion. And if you look at the attacking options they've got now, you run through, there's 8 or 9 players who most teams would love to have. So I think maybe it's a bit much to say they have to win the title. He has to win the title, but there has to be a title race. Yeah,
I think they have to show more. That's the whole point. I mean, in his first iteration as the manager, Arsenal were very expansive. They played some lovely football. They were really exciting, and then they just missed out. And I think when Saliba got injured, and then he suddenly changed. He became much more pragmatic, and now it's great reliance on set plays, very tight defensively. But they need to show more to their fans and to everybody, I think.
In all competitions, Arsenal won their last 6 home games against Nottingham Forest by an aggregate score of 19-2. So Ange has got his work cut out today, I'd say. But do you think he's the right fit, Sam?
Oh, it's harsh to say before he hasn't had a game. But no, it's an odd fit, right? Because under Nuno, Forest, if you look at their numbers last year, they were brilliant. But there was only a handful of games where they had more possession than the opposition. They were a pragmatic side. They had a really tight defence. Sells is a very good goalkeeper, and they got teams on the counter. They've got pace, and they were able to win games on the counter. They did have Alanga. They don't have him anymore, but Gibbs White and is a wonderful footballer. But having said that, so it feels like an odd fit, and I know there's this period of mourning, even though Nuno basically gave them a couple of weeks warning, right? It was done once he came out in that press conference. But if you go back a couple of years, there was like a week of mourning for Steve Cooper. No one could believe that Forest had got rid of the man who had brought them from the doldrums of the lower end of the Championship, taken them up. So they've been through this before. We know football is fickle. It's like the king is dead, long live the king and or queen. But there was an element of Forest fans last year who were thinking, well, actually, we've got some really good players here. We could be a little bit more expansive. We could try and be on the front foot. So if Ange can go in and do that, then it could potentially be very exciting. It's a tough start, isn't it, right? Because he's had them in for one day after the international break. It goes down to Arsenal. There's the obvious stick he will get there. So it's almost, is it a free hit? It probably is, isn't it, in some ways?
I mean, you said
no, not really. I mean, it was a very physical training session, and the players noted the difference.
Did they?
I just wonder whether Ange...
Just really trying to get them injured.
Yeah, well, that's going to happen. But I wonder if you think, Sam, that Ange will be more pragmatic. I've got a feeling he isn't going to be so gung-ho, but we'll see.
Well, I think you'd hope he would have learned a few lessons, right? As he tells us, he's been in the game 28 years. It was nice to see him with a smile on his face again, actually. He got a bit prickly towards the end, and understandably so, right? When you're constantly under fire, people are basically gunning for you every question they ask you, which a lot of people were. He understandably became quite defensive, but he was having a little bit of fun in the press conference, wasn't he? I think it was his 60th birthday, right, when he got the call, and I think his wife had arranged this big trip, and he had to go off on the phone and deal with phone calls, and he'd asked for a job for his birthday, and he was asked about whether
that's how I got this.
He was asked about whether the Aussies back home would follow Forest now rather than Spurs. He went, well, I'll find out pretty quickly who the true Ange believers are, and he just got on the gravy train.
You say that. You say they're pragmatic under Nunes. Only Fulham are on a longer run without a clean sheet than Nottingham Forest, which I was surprised to read, because Sells is such a good keeper, had such a good season, but they seem to be letting in goals.
Well, they fell away, didn't they, back end of the season, which is why, having been in the Champions League for the positions for pretty much all of it, they ended up finishing just outside of it. Yeah, that stat does surprise me a little bit. I mean, it sells it remarkable, because he came over to Newcastle under Rafa Benitez 7 or 8 years ago and was a bit of a laughing, like he was a running joke among supporters. And when they signed him, Forest have had this history of not signing very good goalkeepers and struggling to find a number one. And everyone, or a lot of people, assumed that'd be the same again. But he's proved himself to be brilliant. Is Ange the man to tighten that up? Well, we'll find out.
Yeah,
he's also got the Europa League to fall back on, like he had at Spurs. So if the league form starts to go, you'll see they'll concentrate on the Europa League, and he'll say, oh, well, I've won that, so that's all right.
Let's go to the Brentford-Chelsea Andy Jacobs derby. Just one of the 8 Premier League meetings between Brentford and Chelsea have been won by the home side, which is good news for Chelsea today.
It is good news. There's a little subplot, right, for those who enjoy this kind of thing. Bernardo Cueva is a Mexican set-piece coach, right? They're in vogue. They're massively in vogue. He's ex-Brentford. He's now Chelsea. Chelsea have already scored 4 goals from corners. It's almost been like this identical set piece. Cucurella drops short, the ball goes in, and they cause havoc in the 6-yard box, and they poke it in. Keith Andrews was his successor as Brentford set piece coach, and now is the manager. For those of you then that are boring nerds like me, basically, there's the needle in this one.
Oh, blimey. That's a strange needle. It's
a bit of needle.
Piece,
it is.
How do you, Andy, you've seen both. How do you think it will go today?
Well, it's different. The last 2 games there have been draws, but I think Chelsea have got a bit more this season. I think they're just going to edge it, but I don't know. You're never confident about your own team, really. That is Chelsea, by the way, in case anybody's wondering. Yeah,
Chelsea have had 4 London derbies to start the season. That doesn't feel fair to me, Andy.
Well, it's just the way it's fallen. But they've also now got 4 away games. And tricky one to Bayern Munich in midweek. And also with Chelsea, whenever there's an international break, although I heard that Brentford had more players away, but Chelsea had players in South America. And that does make Saturday kickoffs a bit tricky. So we'll see what the lineup is when he names
You're going to the Hill Dickinson later on, Sam, for Everton v Aston Villa. I think this has got the makings of a cracker. Although Villa have had a dreadful start. Can't score goals.
Yeah, haven't scored. A couple of years ago, even start of last season, you'd think Villa would be heavy favourites. But since Moyes has come in, there's a new stadium bounce. I was at their first game against Brighton, and I didn't think they were great. I know Grealish has ended up as Player of the Month. I thought he was good that day. You felt there was a lot more that could come, but they're quite old school. They've ended up having quite a good transfer window. Everton bringing in Dibbling quite later on, and Grealish. They're pragmatic at the back. It's a very Moyesian back four, right? Yeah. 2 big English centre-backs, a central midfielder playing out of position at left-back, and a big lad at right-back who'll probably end up as a centre-back. But then they've got Njai and Grealish, who are 2 of the most fun players in the...
Player of the month, Grealish, of course.
Yeah, Maverick had his birthday
should have been
this
João
week.
Pedro, but don't worry about it.
Okay, Andy. Slight bias.
He only played
there.
2 games. But I think Villa will be better, though. You know, Emery seemed more confident yesterday in his press conference, and they have got new signings. They have got Harvey Elliott. They've got Guesson, is it? This boy they brought in, who they're saying could be like Drogba. So they're lacking goals, aren't they? They just need something up front. And also Morgan Rogers was brilliant for England
he was fantastic,
in the week.
Wasn't he?
And he's been terrible for Villa so far. Not terrible, but anonymous. And so hopefully he'll be in form. And I think Villa will improve. They're going to improve, definitely.
Yeah. It's a big weekend for goalkeepers, though, isn't it? Like, there's decisions in the Manchester derby, and there's one for Emery as well. Emi Martinez having pretty much wanted away. Like, does he come straight back in? I think he's got to, right?
Yeah,
he is the best keeper at Villa, and he's going to want to play.
There we are. Sam, brilliant. Thanks very much for joining us. Appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
We are Sam Dalling there, football writer, joining us.
He knows his stuff.
He knows his stuff. He knew all his stuff. New stuff, had stats ready for us. Stuff to say, Andy. It is exactly what we asked him to do. Very good. This is the warm-up on talkSPORT with Travis.
Came on and said nothing.
Imagine if he came on and went, I have no idea. Not a clue, actually, lads. I don't know. I'm following the badminton today. This is the warm-up on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins, doing what matters for the trade. Find out more at travisperkins.co.uk or download the app.
Right hand from Canelo, and Khan just about not cold.
I've been in many big fights, but this fight especially is different.
Kovalov's hurt! Kovalov's down! Kovalov's out! It's over! That fast! Canelo is the light heavyweight champion of the world.
This is the biggest opportunity of my career. You might have better skills than me, you might be faster than me, but I'll beat you up.
Enjoy this fight because it's huge.
Talk sports. Let's talk sport.
Yeah, tonight it's Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford. They'll battle it out to become the undisputed super middleweight champion of the world. Keep right across. Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford, who looks ripped. If you find him online, looks unbelievable on talkSPORT and the talkSPORT Boxing YouTube channel. Currently, it's the...
He modelled himself on the Moose, apparently.
Did he? Yeah. I'd like to see the Moose.
He's ripped now.
He's ripped now, is he?
Oh, yes.
Oh, well, very nice.
Completely different.
Yeah, that voice is Andy Jacobs. So this is the warm-up with me, Charlie Baker, and Andy Jacobs. Does anyone want to say the word pragmatic again? That's a brave anonymous texter has said, well, I'm sure we're going to, because following us is Arsenal v Nottingham Forest, 12:30, game day exclusive with Reshman Chowdhury, and joining us, I'm assuming, on his way to the Emirates is Ian Stone. Hello, Ian. Good morning.
Well, not yet, but I will be going, yes.
Oh,
it's my first game of the season that I'm going to, and I'm excited.
Exciting. You got a new bag, new pencil case, new shoes?
By the way, I'm just looking at Terence Crawford. He is ripped.
He's absolutely, isn't he?
There's a lot of there's an 8-pack there, isn't there? Really?
Oh yeah, exactly.
He'll probably be quite pragmatic during the fight.
Yeah, let's see how many times we can say it. You ever been ripped, Stoney? Ever been absolutely ripped?
I'm sitting here now.
Oh, yeah.
It's like looking in a mirror.
No, when you were a younger man, do you look back at Andy? Maybe you do. Do you look back at pictures of yourself and go, I was stupidly fit?
No. I look the same. My wedding photo, I got that little paunch, the same as I've got now. Really.
Do you know what? There's pictures up at various comedy clubs, and we all look a bit thinner. Everyone's got a bit more hair, and we all look a bit thinner. And but it's youth, isn't it? That's what that is.
It's Dorian Gray, isn't it?
Terence Crawford, give it 20 years, he'll look like me and Andy.
I think he's pushing 40. Terence Crawford. Someone Google it. Someone tell me some information. That'll be marvellous. Right, Arsenal Forest. Were you pleased when Ange was put in this week? Did you think the new manager bounce is going to curse the Gunners?
It annoys me a bit, but I wasn't really paying attention, to be honest with you. I'm happy for Ange. I think he deserves another job, and good luck to him. But hopefully not today.
I think the fans are going to give him the old Tottenham reject, surely, aren't they? They're going to
I hope so. I certainly am.
Definitely. One thing I noticed about Arsenal this season, which must excite you, Ian, is that the squad's got so much more depth. So when you get an injury, it's not crippling you like it did before. You've got Saka out, Madueke can come in, Saliba's out, but Hincapié is there. Do you know what I mean? You've got quality cover now.
Yeah, 2 in every position. That's what they say. I'm excited. Do you know I'm excited by Madueke? To be honest with you, I think we should do petitions against players more often when they come in. It seems to really work.
Go on, Andy.
He's a bit of a fader. I noticed that even with England, he's fantastic. He's got to get all his good work done in the first 60 minutes, otherwise, kind of forget it.
Well, that's why we got the depth, right? It's a bit more rugby, isn't it? Starters and finishers instead of substitutes. Definitely. And I think you have to. Well, you got a squad the size of Arsenal's. You got to say to people, look, you will get a chance, and you'll get 30 minutes at least, plus the injury time, what have you. And And if that's the case, okay. But he's looked really good. He's so quick, and I love the goal he scored for England against Serbia the other day, Madueke. So I'm excited. I am excited. Yes, of course.
No, he's quality. There's no question about that.
A big loss in Saka, though, Stoney, isn't it? Huge loss. If you've always said if Saka plays, we win.
Yeah, listen, he's amazing. I think he's underrated. I know it's mad.
Really?
But when I do, I've had various fans say to me, is he as good as everyone says he is? And you just go, well, look at the numbers. Look at the numbers. He quietly goes about his business. He doesn't make a fuss. And he's deadly. He is absolutely deadly. So it is a bit of a loss. But as Andy says, we got cover. And so we'll just cope as best we can with our £50 million reserve.
And Gyökeres is very interesting because, he looked, when you first saw him, you thought, I don't know, he looks a bit lumbering, but actually you can see what he's all about. And he's starting to show. I think he will be a success.
Oh, the way he took the penalty against Leeds, he went, I'm having it, and he smacked it in the corner. Apparently, he doesn't like the song we sing about him dumping his girlfriend to come to us.
Oh.
So we might have to come up with
how does the
something
song, can you tell us how the song goes
It's
on air
that's basically the song. He dumped his girlfriend to come to Britain, to come to the Arsenal. And it's the...
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll tell you who likes the song less. His girlfriend.
She's not happy about it at all.
But I'm less worried about how she feels about it, to be honest with you. I mean, obviously, I don't want to upset.
That sums you up, Stoney, actually.
Well,
that sums your views.
He's our striker, mate.
The misogyny in football is absolutely terrible.
Well, what can I say? I just want him to
she's
score
in the
goals.
crowd. She's in the crowd shouting, "Coventry reject."
Yeah.
Stop it. No, she's in the crowd going, stop it. I left him.
Yeah. Mikel Arteta, a lot of people asking if it's now or never, Stoney, including me, and I'm asking you that now. I feel like it is. I feel like he's had a good run at it. They've given him plenty of money. It's now his squad. How are the fans feeling?
Well, if they come second again this year, it's going to have to be so close. It's going to have to be like a last-minute winner for someone else that takes it off us and we go, OK. But essentially, is it now or never? I don't know. It seems a little bit ridiculous. We're really good, and we've been really good a while. But I think we have to win something big this year, and I'm hopeful that we will.
What do you call him big? Like the Europa League?
I'm thinking. I'm thinking. Yeah.
No, they can't.
Well, we're not in that.
They're not in that. I know you're not in that. I was doing top level banter.
Yeah. Sorry, Charlie, I blocked you then. There was no need for that. You're right. Yes, the Europa League. No, we need to win the Premier League or the Champions League. We do. I mean, I guess if we win the FA Cup and the League Cup, what's it? Is it currently Carabao? Is it
Carabao? Yeah.
Carabao,
it's currently Carabao.
Yeah.
We were chatting on a podcast the other day and talking about you can sort of guess someone's age by what sponsor of the League Cup.
Yeah.
You
The
know,
Worthington Cup. Yeah,
somebody was Worthington, somebody was
Milk.
Milk. Yeah, Milk.
I'm League.
What happened with the Milk Cup?
Before it was anything.
It's just the League Cup.
League Cup, back in the old days when there wasn't a sponsor.
It was the Rumbelows.
The Rumbelows, yeah, they're very
There's
nice.
loads of them. There are loads of them as well.
With the Milk Cup, was it just like a load of cows got together and went, well, we need to do something about this? Well,
yes, that's exactly what happened, Charlie. The cows got together. We need. What about us? Eh? I mean, the sheep were outbid, apparently.
Yeah, they were indeed.
Do you care about the way? I mean, and I think I know the answer to this because you just want them to win. But do you care about the way they play? Because there has been a knock, hasn't it? Compared to when he first came in, Arteta, he has become more practical, to use another word.
Or pragmatic, if you like.
Well, you could do, yeah.
You could say that. Do I care? I'd like us to be a bit more expansive, but I know I didn't really buy the narrative after the Liverpool game. You know, Pep Guardiola's gone to Liverpool 8 times and won once, playing expansive football. We went there for a draw, maybe try and nick it in the last 20 minutes, and we got beaten by a wonder goal. Most of the time, you know, we beat Leeds 5-0 the week before. We played some pretty expansive football. I'd like us to be a bit more exciting, and when it all comes together, I think we will be. But do you know what? I want us to win something. So to answer your question, Andy, yes, I would really, genuinely happy for us to bore our way to 2 major titles.
Oh yeah, lovely. What's the score going to be today, Stoney?
Do you know what? I think it's going to be tight. I do think it's going to be tight. Forest are useful, but I think we'll beat them. I think we're at home, and I think we got enough.
Marvellous.
Definitely. We should say you had a very good Edinburgh. We can see that from your Instagram. And it's been brilliant for you. It's like you're like a fine wine. Do you know what I mean? You've really, you're on form. That's the point.
He's the best.
Thank you. Do you know what? I still love it. I mean, Charlie knows how much I love it. I genuinely do. And try and stay relevant. Keep talking about stuff that's happening in the news. I mean, there's plenty going on, isn't there? To be fair.
Yes.
And so I just enjoy talking nonsense in front of total strangers on a nightly basis. Get the adulation that my parents never gave me.
And there's a tour, and you're on Instagram if people want to check it out. Yeah, Stoney?
Yes, Ian Stone Comedy. Come and say hello.
There we are. Stoney, have a good day. I sort of hope Forest gets something. I'm sorry,
Thanks,
sorry to say that, but just I don't know why. I think it'd be quite good fun for lols. Is that allowed? Am I allowed to say that? I don't know. There we are.
Have a nice day, guys.
Cheers.
Thank you very much, Ian Stone. There, Arsenal fan and brilliant comedian. Go and find him. Go and find him on tour. Go and see him live. This is Charlie Baker and Andy Jacobs with the warm up. On talkSPORT with Travis Perkins for the big trade deals. Head to travisperkins.co.uk or download the app.
This is the talkSPORT Goal Show. It's the show for the fans. It's done by the fans.
Yes! Oh! Oh my God! Yes! Yes! Yes!
He is an unlocker of defensive gap.
If you've got a problem or something to say,
You don't have the right to say anything about something. I do.
This nonsense kills the game.
That's Charlie Baker and Andy Jacobs on the warm-up. I thought there was going to be some music or something there.
Bit dry.
It came out dry. We're going to play How Tall Are They in a second, but Penguin's been in touch on X, formerly known as Twitter, Andy. So as you can imagine, it's a nice message. And I've been told I'm all for nuance in football and for knowing small details. He says it's Hill Dickinson Stadium, not the Hill Dickinson Stadium. This feels quite far. Do you think I've said that wrong, Andy, or how do you feel about it?
That's pedantic, isn't it? For goodness
Pretty
sake.
pedantic. Anyway, let's play How Tall Are They?
Hello? I wish I was a little bit taller.
Yes, it's How Tall Are They? It's the knockout rounds, and this is the knockout first leg. I don't know how many are you still in, Andy? Are you out of How Tall Are They?
I got knocked out. I've requested this played at my funeral.
This song. Oh, that would be very nice. Yeah, very good. Yeah. And this week is a knockout round first leg. Joining us at home is Kwaku Afari.
Let's go surfing now. Everybody's learning now.
Kwaku Afari with me. Kwaku Afari with me. Good morning, Kwaku.
Good morning, guys. How you getting on?
Yeah, very, very good. Oh, and we need to. Yeah, there you are. Yes. Where are you at the moment, Kwaku?
I'm at home in Brighton.
Home in Brighton. There we are. That's nice. Are you looking forward to the match tonight? Will you get to the Chelsea game tonight?
I won't get there tonight, unfortunately, but I'm confident. Chelsea have made a good start to the season. I think I don't know what Andy thinks, but I think we're not playing well, but we're getting results.
Oh, there we are. And do you think you'll win tonight? Do you think what will the score be? Do you think, Kwaku?
Oh, I'm going for a 2-0 Chelsea win.
Okay, there we are.
Yeah, we might need some VAR assistance because we have in every game.
Might get a bit of that, I reckon. Some VAR managed to ruin something this weekend, but not How Tall Are They? Because you are playing Shane the Parrot. I don't know. Here he is. Shane Parrott knocked out the Sizzler, the only human being who is not a radio presenter.
Got a bit of a flashy background.
He's got a flashy background, Andy, hasn't he? Look at it. Look at that. For the fans. Look at all the parrots watching him. They absolutely love him. He's the king of the parrot world. Good morning, Shane.
Hello, good morning. Lovely to be with you all. I really enjoyed Andy's jazz hands earlier.
It was good, wasn't it? Really good. I think we need more jazz hands from Andy on a daily basis. It'd be good. Have you ever actually held a parrot, Shane Parrott?
Oh, I might have done it. Do you remember you used to have the animal man who came to primary school?
Oh, well, we didn't have that, but, you know, whatever you do is up to you. I don't know what sort of school you went to, Shane.
I think maybe then.
The animal man. What do you bring in? Some parrots? What else?
A snake, I can remember.
Really? What about
maybe
health and safety?
Yeah, it was assembly, one of those special assembly.
There we are. No one knows how tall a snake is. Let's play How Tall Are They? It's an Andy special because Andy's on this morning, which is exciting, isn't it? So we're going to start off with...
If it was a snake, it'd be how long are they?
How long are they? What a lovely idea. How long are they? We'll save that for next season or whenever in 4 years' time when How Tall Are They finishes. We're going to start with QPR legend and we're going to send him our best wishes at the same time. I know he was a bit poorly recently, but we send him our best from the game day warm-up. Andy Sinton. Andy Sinton played for Spurs, played for QPR, played for Wolves, I think, but
I was there on his debut.
Oh,
and
were you?
I don't know why we were at QPR. I can't remember. Got tickets, and we were sitting right behind his parents. They were so excited.
Oh, very nice. Well, you are unfortunately giving people time to Google Andy by adding that in, but there we are. Kwaku Afari, how tall is Andy Sinton?
Oh man, no idea.
Don't know who he is now. Wow.
Yeah, 5'9".
5'9" from Kwaku Afari. Shane the Parrot, how tall is Andy Sinton?
I also don't know, so I'll just go 1 inch above 5'10".
Oh, wrong way, Regals. He's 5'8". It's 0-0. We move on. Andy Jacobs.
Me?
Yes.
You don't know how tall I am.
No. You just read the next one.
Andy Carroll.
Yes, Shane the Parrot. How tall is Andy Carroll?
6'3".
6'3". Kwaku Afari.
I'll go 1 inch or 6'4".
Oh.
Let's go surfing now, everybody.
He's got it. It's 1-0. Kwaku Afari with me. He is 6'4", 1-0 to Kwaku Afari. We move on.
There's a lot of singing in this show.
It's a lot of singing in the show. That's why you had jazz hands, Andy. I'd hate to see the PRS bill, but we've never seen it. So, Kwaku Afari, how tall is Andy Robertson, Liverpool's sometime left back now? Andy Robertson.
I'd say Andy Robertson is 5'10".
You've gone for 5'10". Shane the Parrot.
5'11".
Let's go surfing.
It's 2-0.
Wow.
Afari showing his class.
On fire.
Kwaku Afari with me. It's 2-0. We move on. Andy, do you want to do the next one, or do you want me to carry on with it? Yes, very nice. Go on.
How tall is Andy Cole?
Andy Cole.
Manchester United and Newcastle striker.
Shane Parrott.
5'11".
Gone 5'11". Kwaku Afari.
5'9".
5'9". Ooh, he's 5'10". It's still 2-0 in the first leg, of course. And our fifth height, Kwaku Afari. How tall is Sir Andy Murray? Sir Andy Murray. He's a tennis player. We all know that. But how tall is he?
6'1".
6'1". Shane Parrott.
6'2".
He's 6'3". It's 2-0. And that's the first leg. No one's been knocked out. Everybody's still in. Very, very exciting. How do you feel it went, Shane the Parrot?
Well, I think I was quite close on all of them, but Kwaku, so knowledgeable, so very well done to him.
Yeah, quite a lot less. I remember quite a lot of trolling when you played the Sizzler, Shane. A little more subdued this week.
Well, Charlie, I was just thinking that you've changed a lot, really. I mean, I can remember before the days you had your Virgin show, you used to call Adrian Durham the Don.
Yeah, the
get about it. But today there was nothing.
There's none of that, was there? It's because I was on my own today. The best in the business.
You spent longer on the 3 p.m. blackout than on revering Adrian Durham.
Very true. And do you know what? You're absolutely right to call me out on it, Shane, because I'm going to say I forgot to do it. So I was so worried that Andy Jacobs wasn't going to get involved with the Go Get It.
Now you have the rival show.
I'm glad you can blame me.
But thank you for plugging Game On Virgin Radio 2 till 6. All the goals as they go.
He's your biggest fan.
Never miss a goal, never miss a beat. Kwaku Afari, 2-0 up, confident going into the second leg.
Yeah, very confident, very confident.
Okay, a man of few words, not helpful at all, but thank you so much.
What do you want him to say?
Well, I thought he might have added something else. What he was doing the rest of the day, maybe he had something to plug, Andy, you know, he's on the radio.
Okay, rest of the day, I'm watching football. Today's full of watching football. There's a 12:30 kickoff, there's 3 o'clock, there's 5:30.
I know all that. I've just read all that out, Kwaku. I thought you might have had something just a bit more selfish to promote, but, you know, up to you.
Just being a father.
What a lot. And the hardest job of all, of course.
Exactly.
Kwaku Afari is 2-0 up against Shane Parrott. We'll see them in about 4 months' time. That was How Tall Are They?
The Premier League's profit and sustainability rules are sold to us as financial fair play, a way to keep clubs from going bust. But there are those who feel it's starting to look a lot like a system that protects the big boys and keeps the rest in their lane. Here's how it works and why people feel that way. So clubs can only lose 105 million quid over 3 years, which sounds fair, but here's the kicker. Your limit includes how much you earn. So if you're one of the traditional top 6, you've got massive global revenue streams and you can spend way more while still technically following the rules. Meanwhile, ambitious clubs who've got money like Newcastle, Villa or Forest, well, they're bringing a knife to a gunfight. Newcastle might be backed by Saudi billions, but they just can't splurge the cash. Their commercial income isn't there yet. Want to buy world-class talent? Well, PSR says to them, your owner might have the money, but you're not making enough in shirt sales in Asia for that. The Magpies won their first domestic trophy since 1955, qualified for the Champions League, which you'd think would be a great springboard for them to go on and start building a team to challenge at the top. But because of PSR restraints, they couldn't break their wage structure for a new Alexander Isak contract, and look what's happened there. Nottingham Forest tried to invest to survive. They did that, but they got punished anyway. Meanwhile, clubs like Spurs, until last season, hadn't won a trophy in over 18 years, but because they rake in cash from the new stadium, they get a much bigger PSR allowance than a newly promoted club who are just trying to stay up. And let's not forget the loopholes these big boys are exploiting. Chelsea found the trick with those long contracts, selling the women's team. City are masters of related party sponsorships. Etihad this, Etisalat that, all within the rules, and fair play to them for capitalising on those opportunities. But what about the smaller clubs? They don't have that luxury. Now look, financial sustainability matters. Nobody wants another Bury or Morecambe situation. But there's increasing concern that rather than levelling the playing field, the current rules cement the existing hierarchy. So what's the solution? We'll either loosen the reins so ambitious clubs can spend within their means, or cap spending based on something other than revenue. Otherwise, we're just watching the same 6 teams swapping silverware most seasons while the rest play musical chairs for 7th. And that, folks, ain't what the Premier League was built on.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. It's Charlie Baker and Andy Jacobs with the warm-up. Following us is the Game Day exclusive with Reshmin Chowdhury. Commentary on Arsenal v Nottingham Forest in the Premier League. Kick-off at 12:30. Then it's Game Day Live with the best in the business, Adrian Durham, around the grounds in the Premier League, the EFL and beyond. Game Day phone-in with O'Hara and Cundy at 5:30 till 7:30. Get your calls in. And then it's a Game Day exclusive with Faye Carruthers. Brentford v Chelsea. Kick-off 8 o'clock. And then it's Fight Night with Adam Cattrall and Gareth A. Davis. Huge fight there tonight, although it's on about 5 o'clock in the morning, so I'm not sure they'll be covering it till then. But so much sport, you're in the right place. It's me and Andy Jacobs this morning, and joining us to preview the Premier League now is football expert Lars Sivertsen. Hello, Lars. Good morning.
Destination Football on talkSPORT with Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Whatever it is, we're here for it.
Lars. Lars. Thank you, Andy. Lars. Yeah, there he is. There's his music. Hello, Lars.
Yes, hello. You know, I want to make that intro maybe like my alarm, the sound of my alarm.
What a lovely way to wake up.
Alarm clock. Yeah, on the phone. Yeah, no, that would really get me going in the morning. Yeah,
clock. Alarm clock. That's nice, Andy.
Yeah.
Let's start Arsenal Forest. It's live on talkSPORT following us. Arsenal rarely lose consecutive games, Lars.
Yeah, and this is set up rather wonderfully, isn't it? We heard from Ange Postecoglou at the top of the hour, but him coming back to the Premier League and coming back to Forest it brings quite a lot of intrigue with it. Starting away to Arsenal, I mean, it's the gods of football couldn't have scripted that any better. Could I mean, that is quite remarkable.
Well, it could have been Tottenham.
Just don't puncture my balloon that early.
Would have been a bit on the nose if it was Spurs, wouldn't it?
Yeah. The script writers, that would have been sent back. It'd be too obvious. You can't be doing that. You know? But just, I think like everyone, I'm super curious about how you transition from being a Nuno Espirito Santo team to being an Ange Postecoglou team, because his methodology is so incredibly different.
It was funny to hear him say, "Oh yes, I think Nuno was definitely changing." You think, well, he wasn't, was he? Really? Let's be honest. But he obviously it suits him to say that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think Nuno has his way, and I think that works for him. I mean, he did essentially. I mean, what he did was for us last season was impressive, but in terms of what they did tactically, they were just kind of a slightly updated version of his Wolves team. They were doing the same stuff, but it worked really well for them. And I'm not saying for a second that these players are not capable of doing something different, but I think there are a few in there. I think Milenkovic defending on the halfway line will not enjoy that. I mean, he's a very tall Serbian man who's great in the air, but I think all that running into space behind him, I don't think he's going to enjoy. I think Chris Wood, who's been such an incredibly important part of Forest's form recently, this sort of Ange Postecoglou thing of having to chase and press and harry constantly, I don't think he'll love that. I mean, I
don't think he'll have to do that. I think he's been so important in their resurgence, you know, and it's sort of come from nowhere that I can't see Ange making him track back all the time, because that's not his game, isn't it? Is it?
No, it would be wild. But then again, if you're not going to have a forward who chases, then I'm not sure you can play. So the reason I'm throwing all this is not the tactics truck here, but the point is more, I'm fascinating to see how this will work. I mean, I'm so much, and this is why, like the Premier League is nothing if not a magnificent soap opera. And I have to say that this appointment has made me very excited to watch this episode in particular. I was saying, normally speaking, I'll be honest, as someone who doesn't have skin in the game, I'm not an Arsenal fan, I'm not a Forest fan. Early game, just coming off an international break, Arsenal really solid at home, Forest are defensive. This is one of those games, I'll admit, I probably would have looked at on the schedule and I thought I might give that a miss. You know, I might go to the shops, I might go to the park, something. But now it's just absolutely appointment viewing or listening, however you're going to take it in. But
you could go to the shops and listen to it on talkSPORT.
talkSPORT, or if you want the goals with music, you can listen to it on Game On Virgin Radio, of course.
Wandering around the shops with the earbuds in, I mean, that's also potentially problematic.
Do you think Morgan Gibbs-White is going to regret not joining Tottenham since?
I mean, he looked very happy in that video he did with Mr. Marinakis. I mean, he looked absolutely thrilled to be there and for his future. He got a nice pay rise out of it. If he absolutely wants to move, maybe he can try again next summer. I think he'll be fine. I mean, I think he's very well suited where he is. And I do think he is one of those players for whom Ange Postecoglou coming in might be a positive. I mean, I've just been guilty of this, but everything we've talked about this week has been about, this player might not suit Ange and this player might not suit Ange. But he's got a few players who will suit it. And Gibbs-White has got the athleticism and the work rate, I think, to thrive in that system.
I'm fascinated by Marinakis' large white T-shirts.
Oh, yeah.
I think he always just
wears them.
Well, I think it could be somewhere quite pricey, I'd imagine. But I think he only wears them once, because with a T-shirt, it only really looks good the first time you wear it. I think he wears it and then he chucks it away. That's what I think.
Do you think he gets,
bit like his managers.
Do you think he's got a few in case he gets he has a hot dog at half time or a pie?
Yeah, definitely.
Few down there. Now, each week we'll be picking a match to focus on, discussing a player from each side for Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Who do we feel will step up and deliver the most for their team, Lars?
I mean, listen, there's a lot of games today, and maybe I should stick to that, but I have to go tomorrow to the Manchester derby, because I think talking about the Premier League being a great soap opera, talking about things being very well set up, I do think the goalkeeping duel here is again, it's absolutely fascinating. Yeah. With Gigi Donnarumma coming in from Manchester City. Maybe he'll start with, maybe he won't, but certainly that is a move that has caused me to scratch my head quite enthusiastically. But then on the other side, of course, you've got Manchester United, who didn't bring in an experienced goalkeeper towards the end of the window. You've got Sene Lammens coming in. You've got Altay Bayindir, who's not always convinced. And Onana has now left for Trabzonspor. So I think whoever's in goal for both sides, there's going to be a lot of pressure on. Amorim has suggested it will be Bayindir in goal for Man United. He has had some games when he's looked very unconvincing, but he's also played well. If you look back to the game against Arsenal in the Cup early in this year, he was very good in that. So he's not necessarily terrible, but going away to Manchester City, it's a tricky gig, and there'll be a lot of pressure on.
Pep's quite good at scratching his own head, isn't he? Enthusiastically. So I don't know if he'll be doing that.
I mean, arguably last season there was too much of that. He looks like he'd lost the battle with a temperamental house cat or something. He'd been scratched.
I can imagine.
He looked relaxed at the. Sorry, boys. He looked relaxed at the U.S. Open tennis, but I have felt that they do need to do something this year, City, because you think, will he still be there if they have another disappointing season?
Yeah, and it's one of those things you can go on Pep Watch, because he did say he gave a very interesting interview, I think it was to GQ over the summer, in which he said that he kind of had three moods, one of which is euphoric, and I think the other one was depressive, and the third one was detached. It's like it's one of the three. He's one of the three. And which one do we think he's in now? I mean, we definitely saw last season that he was in the depressive mood, occasionally almost sliding into detachment, I think, at some point. This season, it seems like he's back in euphoric. Like he's been quite on it, and he seems revitalized by the challenge of rebuilding this team. But I don't know. It's a huge game for City. They've lost two already. So I mean, the gap up to it feels very early to start talking about points and the table and stuff. But the reality is, they're 6 points behind Liverpool. Like if they lose to United and Liverpool win this weekend, I mean, a 9-point gap already would be a disaster. So this is absolutely a huge game for City.
Yeah, when you said three moves there, I thought you said three moves, and we were back to talking about Marinakis. I'm sure that the thrown together Man United defence and the new goalkeeper were thrilled to see Haaland score 5 midweek.
It's true.
Yeah, I mean, 5 goals, 2 assists, and Norway had a penalty kick which he gave away to someone else, which is sort of a very selfless behaviour for a guy who's chasing records, you have to say. But we had young Taylor Osgaard, who plays for Rangers, who was on a hat-trick, so Holland gave him the penalty. Could have been 6, could have been a double hat-trick for Holland.
Loads of games today. Let's look at Newcastle v Wolves, shall we? I think that's interesting games. Wolves had a terrible start to the season. Newcastle trying to blood in their new striker, the new 6'6" striker.
Yeah, good touch for a big man.
Touch for a big man.
We got to bring it back. He's a very, very big man and has a very, very good touch. I mean, the phrase has not been this relevant for a very long time.
Have you seen him play, Lars?
I have. I did. I'm very fascinated by this. I've used the word fascinate too much this morning. Maybe I'm just generally fascinated this weekend. But I just think
it's better than being pragmatic.
That's true. With Voltemade, he's a guy who has a lot going for him. He's obviously got a big stature. We like a big striker in the Premier League. He's very, very good technically, and he has a good finish in him. But he's not done it for a very long time. Right. I mean, last season he scored 12 in the Bundesliga off 17 starts and 11 appearances off the bench for Stuttgart, and before that he wasn't very good at all. So he's had one good season, and he looked very promising this summer in the Under-21 Euros. That's true. And Bayern seemed very convinced that this guy is going to be the future. They wanted to bring him in, and Newcastle kind of gazumped them and brought in and spent a lot of money. But it's a huge transfer fee to pay for a guy who hasn't done that much yet. So the raw materials are there, but it is a significant risk, which again, it means it's absolutely, let's not say fascinating again, let's say intriguing to see how he gets on.
It's interesting that Visser is unfit to play today, because I think he would have enabled the other boy to be moved in slower, eased in.
Yeah.
And he has got goals in him. He's a good signing for Newcastle, I think.
And it seems that's what they've done, right? They've brought in one forward who's done it for several seasons in the Premier League, who you feel pretty comfortable with is going to hit the ground running. He knows his way around the league. He won't be surprised by anything here. And you brought in someone who, listen, I don't want to be down on Voltemata. I think his potential is really huge. I mean, if you look at his toolkit, to use a slightly annoying phrase, if you look at what he's got going for him, you can absolutely imagine him having a great time in the Premier League and scoring a lot of goals. But there are unknowns there. So the combination is you take a little bit of a gamble on a guy who has a huge potential upside, and then you bring in Vissa, who's got experience in the league. I think that makes total sense. But you're right. I think they probably would have preferred to have Vissa available, so there'd be maybe a little bit less pressure on Voltemata right off the bat.
It's West Ham.
Eddie Howe. Sorry, I was going to say Eddie Howe, very good at improving players. He'll help a lot.
He is. Yeah, good shout. Yeah, West Ham Spurs. It's the 5:30 kickoff. Spurs with a disappointing result to go into the international break. Thomas Frank won't have liked the way that they were passed through midfield. You know, it just went through when it was like the old days under Ange. And then West Ham had a great result. So it's going to be, I think it's going to be a cracker, actually.
Yeah, I mean, that win was so huge for West Ham going into the international break because the start of their season was really awful and it looked worrying for them. They have brought in a couple of players since then. But also, as you say, Spurs themselves, kind of the opposite. Had a tremendously promising start to the season before then dropping an absolute stinker against Bournemouth before going into the international break. Should we call this, is this the Mohamed Kudus derby? Is that what we're calling this now?
Stretch, isn't it? It's a stretch.
I guess it is, yeah. Mohamed
Unfortunately
Kudus
for him, Kudus sort of rhymes with Judas, so I think he's going to get that from the West Ham.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, if they hadn't thought of it, they have now, Andy. He'll be laying that at your door.
No, I think they had thought of it. You'll find they had.
Yeah. And you'll be shocked to learn that Nicholas Füllkrug is injured yet again. I hate making light of this because obviously for footballers it must be extremely frustrating, but it is a little bit frustrating for the club as well when you've spent big on a forward and he's actually quite important to your plans and he just can't stay healthy. I mean that's not ideal.
Injuries are going to be a big part of this season. They already have been. I think there was something like over 60, but it'll be more now, injuries in the first 3 games. So it's just a fact of life in the Premier League, but it's definitely a factor.
It really is. I know you'll have a stat, Lars. Everton are winless in their last 12 Premier League matches against Aston Villa.
Ooh.
So I feel like that's going to be broken today.
I'm interested about those kind of stats. And I'm kind of interested. I know I'm here to have my opinions, but I kind of want your opinions on this. Do you guys really care about head-to-head stats like that? Because you say Everton are winless in 12 games.
Yeah.
I kind of think that 11 games ago against Villa, it's like several years ago, completely different players, different manager.
A team can get in your head. The vibe can get in your head, Lars. You know, I work on vibe rather than stats. And I'm like, well, you know,
do work on
if
vibe.
A team feels like they've got it over you know.
Bogey team is definitely a factor in football.
Yeah, but you think like Dewsbury Hall, who's been an Everton player for 5 minutes, goes into the Aston Villa game and thinks, we haven't beaten them in 12 games. It doesn't matter to him. He wasn't there. He's not been a part of this. Do you think Grealish, fresh off his massive birthday party, goes into this? I'm not sure about this. I mean, we've lost 12 games in a row. About when I was at City winning trophies, these guys kept losing against Villa. This must be bad. I'm not sure about that.
He must have played in some of those games where they beat Everton.
Yeah.
So,
maybe he'll be the difference. Maybe he's the reason.
I think he could be the difference. And I think we're going to talk about, the transfer window ending last week. It's possibly my favorite transfer of the summer, like full stop, like Grealish going somewhere where he'll just be able to play football and have fun. It's a look promising already. Hopefully he can sustain it. I mean, that's such a good thing to see, and that has been very enjoyable. You know what? He had this massive birthday over the international window, and good luck to him, of course. Why not? But you know what I think? When he planned this, do you reckon there was a part of him that thinks, what if I get picked for England? Like, what happens to the birthday if I get picked for England? Like, a lot of planning will have gone into.
Well, I don't think
birthday.
he's 6. He's not 6, is he? So I think he'd probably be able to give up his birthday, Lars.
Yeah, but a lot of people came, and there was a whole thing that they had done. Do you think he could have made an appearance by the Zoom?
Well, there we are. Birthday parties and everything. We've not managed to cover Bournemouth, Brighton. Do you want to give a score, Lars?
3-2 should be lots of goals.
Palace, Sunderland.
Two positive teams.
Palace,
we're just doing scores now.
Just doing scores now. Quick.
Palace, Sunderland, 2-0.
2-0. Okay. Everton Villa.
Everton Villa. Let's do 1-1 there.
Okay. Fulham Leeds.
Let's do 2-1 there.
There we are. We covered them all. Covered all the games in great detail. Last Everton, brilliant as ever. Thanks so much.
Have a great weekend, everyone. Bye.
There we are. And that was a look ahead to some of the players that we feel will be here for it and deliver this weekend with Enterprise Rent-A-Car.
Destination football on talkSPORT with Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Here for it. Book now at enterprise.co.uk.
This is the talkSPORT Goal Show. It's the show for the fans. It's done by the fans.
Yes! Oh! Oh my God! Yes! Yes! Yes!
He is an unlocker of defensive stats.
If you've got a problem or something to say,
You don't have the right to say anything about something. I do.
This nonsense kills the game.
watching on YouTube, it's like being there. Very nice. Andy just got his guitar out on YouTube. There we are. It's very, very nice to be watching that. Now, it's 1 week to go until we're calling two winners to go head-to-head on air. They'll both score tickets to see Oasis at Wembley for their gig on the 27th of September 2025. But only one will walk away with £25,000 cash. It all goes down Friday the 19th of September. Keep your phone off mute. You could be getting the call. But first, don't look back in anger. Here's how to enter.
18 plus, UK excluding Northern Ireland. For a chance to win, text the word Oasis to 83338 and you're in the draw. Text costs £2 plus one standard network rate message. You must have the bill payer's permission. Or you can enter for free by calling 0330 880 338. All entries must be received by the 19th of September at 9 a.m. This is a talkSPORT limited promotion run on talkSPORT, Talk and Virgin Radio UK stations. Full terms and conditions at talksport.com.
Yeah, time now to look at the latest odds ahead of today's action with William Hill.
In the Zone on talkSPORT. Brought to you by Final One Standing. New from William Hill. 18 plus gambleaware.org. Terms and conditions apply.
And Lee Phelps joins us now. Good morning, Lee.
Good morning, how are you?
Yeah, very, very good, Lee. Where are you off to today?
I'm coming in for talkSPORT Goals. I'm at Milton Keynes Station.
You're currently at Milton Keynes Station. Wow.
The glamour. The absolute glamour.
In his car at Milton Keynes Station.
Tremendous.
Couldn't be more excited.
I'm heading in, so Sam Allard, Max Scott, Forest fan, CJ, the deluded Gooner, obviously an Arsenal fan, will be ready for that kick-off for the Arsenal.
Fantastic.
Forest
Arsenal.
game.
So what odds have you got on Arsenal Forest for us, Lee?
Yeah, Arsenal are a big favourite here, not surprisingly. I mean, I've been listening to you guys on the drive all the way in, and I can't disagree with anything that anyone said about Arsenal against Forest. I think it's a lot to ask for Forest to come in here. We've got an epic boost on this game as well, which is all part of William Hill's Gold Weekend. That means more offers, more value all weekend, and we've got great bets and betting gets across horse racing at St Ledger Festival at Doncaster, of course. So if you're looking at each way extra, which means you can pick your places. You're getting a bet and get on that. You've got the boxing, of course, which you guys have been talking about, a price boost. But this epic boost is Victor Gyökeres to have a shot on target in the match. You can have £10 max bet on this, even money from 1 to 5. So it should be 1 to 5. It's been boosted to even money. Now, Gyökeres in Portugal last season averaged over 2.5 shots on target each game. He had 2 on target against Leeds in his debut at home for Arsenal. So a shot on target for Victor Gyökeres, even money from 1 to 5. I expect Arsenal to win the game and win it fairly comfortably, if I'm being honest with you. I think, I just think it could be maybe 2 or 3 clear for Arsenal. They look very good. I mean, it's similar to what you guys have been saying. So yeah, really looking forward to that. And we've got Final One Standing.
Oh yeah, I'm out of that because I said Spurs would win, so I'm out of that.
Yeah, but we've got a new £200,000 jackpot, which anyone can enter. So if you want to have another go, you're more than welcome. Even if you're still in the 500k game, you can have a go on this one. So anyone who doesn't know the rules on this, Final One Standing, it's like Last Man Standing. You pick a Premier League team to win. If they don't win, you're out. If you do win, you go through. You can only pick a team once in the game. The deadline is 3 p.m. today. So if you want to join the £200,000 game, 3 p.m. today. I'm thinking of going Liverpool at Burnley. What would you two go for? Would you pick one of the games? I mean, they're not actually, Liverpool aren't the most popular pick. Newcastle are the most popular pick of this weekend. Over 30% have gone Newcastle. Over, I think 12% have gone Palace. So
I think Palace will beat Sunderland. Yeah, I think that'd be my choice. Yeah. Okay, and the rest of the Premier League games in an Lee.
Yeah, we've got as part of Gold Weekend. We've got free ACCA bets as well. We've got ACCA Boost available, which you need 4 more picks to activate. I'm going Arsenal. I think at 4 to 11 they have to go in. I'm going to go Newcastle at home to Wolves, 2 to 5 there. I know this is missing, but I'm expecting quite a lot from Voltemada, and I think that crowd will push them through. I think there'll be a real siege mentality about Newcastle. I'm going to go Palace, as you guys have said, to beat Sunderland at home. They're 3 to 4, and a couple of away wins. Tottenham at West Ham. I think West Ham played really well last time, but I think Tottenham will bounce back, and I don't think West Ham are the sort of team who are going to do back-to-back victories. Tottenham are just odds against as well, so I like the price. And I think Chelsea at Brentford. I think Chelsea will come on strong, and I think they'll beat Brentford at 17-20. So those 5 do activate your ACCA boost, or you can use your free bet on the app. 14-1 for that ACCA, and you can obviously add plenty more to it. So really looking forward to a fantastic afternoon of football.
Lovely stuff, Lee. Enjoy your commute in. That was the latest odds brought to you by Final One Standing, new from William Hill. Terms and conditions apply. 18+, gambleaware.org.
In the Zone on talkSPORT. Brought to you by Final One Standing, new from William Hill. 18+, gambleaware.org. Terms and conditions apply.
In the late 90s, Birmingham. The term tractor boys was chanted as a way
I always had a very good relationship with the owner. This season, not so well.
His future is unclear.
Nuno Espirito Santo sacked by Nottingham Forest.
Tottenham end the season 17th in the Premier League.
I'll tell you one thing, I'm not a clown. I never will be, mate.
It's glory, glory, Tottenham Hotspur. The Europa League is theirs.
Whether he's going to have learnt lessons from Tottenham, he'll have the same challenges. Nottingham Forest are looking upwards. Marinakis is no easy person to work for.
The style of football is so fundamentally different.
Does that suit Forest with their counter-attack method of play? That's my question mark with Ange.
I just want to keep doing what I'm doing because it brings joy to people and allows me to live my dream.
He told you, he always wins something in his second season.
The one constant in my career is that everywhere I've been, I've won things.
Yeah, Arsenal v Nottingham Forest in the Premier League. Kick-off 12:30. That's following us. The Game Day exclusive with Reshmin Chowdhury, and also on co-coms is none other than Stuart Pearce, who joins us now. Hello, Stuart.
Good morning, gentlemen. How are we?
Yeah, very good. Very good.
Thank you.
We were supposed to have Matt Ford here as well.
So I gather.
He's in a Pilates class, Andy, so he can't join us.
Really?
You know, but I suppose he's doing himself some good, isn't he, Stuart?
Well, he's in rehab, so recovery.
Exactly.
Sorry, not rehab. That's the wrong word. Recovery. So obviously, so really important he does that. But it's a shame he's not been on.
I know exactly. I mean, I'm sure you've met each other a few times. A huge week in Nottingham Forest's recent history. This week, Stuart, how do you feel about the whole thing?
I'm a little bit disappointed for Nuno, I've got to say. I think the Forest fans, really enjoyed his work there, liked him as a man, got the club. I really like that about him. And the fans will be a little bit disappointed there's been a change in that respect. But as they did with Steve Cooper, and they did with Nuno, they'll get behind the manager. They're brilliant for that, the Forest fans, and to be fair, I enjoy watching Angie's teams play. I've got to say, every time I turn up to watch them, I'm excited by what I see on the pitch. There's always talking points, and I'm looking forward to his tenure here.
The only thing is that was definitely true for the first season and for start of the second season. But by the end of the season, it wasn't Ange ball. It was pragmatic, practical ball. It was not that great. He was under pressure, so it'll be very interesting to see. He needs to hit the ground running, Stuart, though, doesn't he? He's not going to get a lot of time, I don't think.
Well, put it this way, if you move a manager on that's done a good job and back somebody else to come in, as an owner, you would think that you've got to back your judgment in some way. So that's why I think he'll get a little bit more tolerance than you think. But listen, he's a good personality to have. I was a bit disappointed when Ange sort of left the Premier League when he did, and I thought, well, it'd be a shame that he's left, because I like the personality, I like every time I hear him speak and whatever, and I like watching his team. So I'm delighted he's back here, and it'll be an interesting journey for Forest, that's for sure.
A couple of big strikers on show today, Gyökeres and Chris Wood, of course. What was it? Would you have preferred to defend against size, Stuart, or pace?
Well, my wife's always told me size doesn't matter, you know what I mean? So in that respect, pace is the killer. Honestly, anyone with a bit of pace, if they go in behind you, you're not catching them. You've got half a chance of catching, certainly Big Chris, potentially. I'm not sure I could catch him, but I would always probably take size, to be honest.
Yeah, I just think it's how they take his message, really. They sort of seemed... Players are always the same. They were disappointed that Nuno had gone, but what can they do? They've got to embrace the new manager, haven't they?
Exactly that. And a lot of it, players, I wouldn't say are totally selfish, but they'll look and say, what does this mean for me? Will be their first question, If you're playing in the team, you like the old manager. If you're outside the team and not playing on a regular basis, a new face might be more beneficial to you.
Often what a manager does when they come in is say, well, they weren't fit when I came in and now they're fit.
That old one.
It's an old one, isn't it?
It
is. Always.
There's been a lot of talk about Ange's injury record with his players. I don't know and it'd be interesting to see if that is in his training methods, it is in the way he plays, or if it was just a streak of bad luck.
Well, listen, I don't think we'll know on that. The one thing you can guarantee with all managers, every time that there are injuries or even pre-season or at the end of seasons, when you look back over the season, you look how many fit players have we had on a continual basis, and you need all your players available up for selection as a manager, so he'll be acutely aware of that.
And Ange, he's got to deal with Europe, which Nuno would have had to, but he's got experience of that, so that's going to help, isn't it, playing twice a week?
I think that might even be playing a big part in why he's been put in post at the moment. They've got a European campaign coming up in front of them. He has got vast experience. He's lifted trophies, and to be fair, it's fantastic that he has and he got that. And I think Forest, their league season might suffer a little bit. I said this at the start of the season, but I think they could do particularly well in Europe.
A quick word on Arsenal from you, Stuart. They'll be disappointed about their result against Liverpool. Is it now or never for you, for Arteta?
I hope not. I hope not. Someone who's continually finished second, I know that's a disappointment. But when you can, look at the teams that have finished above them, Man City finishing above them, Liverpool, that's not shabby, to be quite honest with you. I think the team are in a constant place at the moment. They need to go that one step further. But I think he's done an extremely good job, and I think it would be too harsh to move him on, even if he didn't win the Premier League this year.
Lovely stuff. Well, enjoy the game. You're on co-coms. Reshman Chowdhury there. Sam Matterface. Anybody else there with you at the moment? Izzy Minter, Obi producer. I'm sure she's hanging around already.
Oh, she's hanging around all right, like a bad smell, to be fair.
The Minter maniacs, they'll all be down there, Stuart. They'll be asking for autographs.
Yeah, they're called Minternacks, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's got her own fan club, you know.
I know there's a half and half scarf that goes around with her. And there's a Izzy Minter Sal Ahmad half and half scarf.
Yeah. Nice. I've not actually seen it, but I need to get one.
I'll get one of those as well.
Yeah, good stuff. Stuart Pearce, thanks so much.
Take care. Cheers.
Yeah, Stuart is on co-coms on GameDay.
That was a great question. Is he there? Well, I hope so.
I hope so, though. How's he on air? Yeah, exactly. Well, I know our listeners, they like to be kept up to date with Izzy Minter's whereabouts, sometimes worryingly. This is Charlie Baker and Andy Jacobs on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. For the latest big trade deals, head to travisperkins.co.uk or download the app.
This is the talkSPORT Goal Show. It's the show for the fans that's done by the fans.
Yes! Goal! Oh my God! Yes! Yes! Yes!
He is an unlocker of defensive stats.
If you've got a problem or something to say,
You don't have the right to say anything about something. I do.
This nonsense kills the game.
This is the warm-up with me, Charlie Baker and Andy Jacobs, and now we go live to Leicester Forest East services as we join Phil but the Fox himself, Jeff Peters. Hello, Jeff.
A very good morning to you. How are you, chaps?
Very, very good indeed.
Very good, yeah.
Very good. It's nice. Andy, are you any good at time difference? I can't remember.
Not really. It's quite tricky.
It is quite tricky, is it? I'm pleased you've said it. Quick chat about Leicester City, if that's all right first. Jeff, where are you commentating today, Jeff? Are you working today?
Yeah, I'm off to West Brom against Derby, then Villa, Chelsea in the Women's Super League tomorrow.
Very nice indeed.
Busy.
Off to the Baggies. It's a special day today. It's 120. Well, Andy will know this because he was probably there. It's 125 years.
Wow.
Since the Hawthorns had their first game. It was West Brom against Derby, September 1900.
Email incoming.
Against Derby again today.
I used to like going to the Hawthorns. It's a good ground, isn't it?
And let's have it's Leicester away at Oxford today, and it's live on talkSPORT 2 at 12:30. Natalie Sawyer, Adam Bridge and Mark Albrighton. Good start for Leicester, I'd say, Jeff, after a depressing last season, and Oxford haven't won a game yet, so you'd hope for 3 points there.
Have we got time for this, Charlie?
Yeah, there's always time for time difference.
Yeah, I mean, Leicester have won 3 of their first 4 games, but they haven't looked particularly outstanding in any of them. That they've beaten 2 of the promoted teams. They've also beaten Sheffield Wednesday, who are a club going through tough times. Let's just leave it as that. In terms of the defeat that they had, that was against Preston, who were in relegation battle last season. So have they been properly tested? Now, Oxford, who they're playing today, I saw them a couple of weeks ago against Frank Lampard's Coventry.
Oh, yeah.
Coventry played some really good football at times, could have been out of sight, but Oxford showed some real character, particularly second half, to get back into it and get a draw. So I think it's going to be a tricky one for Leicester today.
Yeah.
Gary's probably under a little bit of pressure at Oxford.
Yeah, they've got
the big question is, how old is Mark Albright?
Oh, yes, that's true. That's a different game. It's a kid's game. It's a waste of half an hour. Isn't Andy bathed in if you're watching on YouTube, you're bathed in a beautiful light, Andy.
That's ridiculous.
Really
I can't see
are.
anything.
It's like a Fellini film or something there. It's absolutely unbelievable. And okay.
Are you sure he's not being brought towards the light?
Yeah. Yes, stay away from the light, Andy.
Too late.
Stay here. We've got to play time difference. Jeff, take it away.
Go on then.
Okay. So let's explain a little bit about this quiz for those who haven't heard it before. It's where our 2 contestants, Charlie Baker and fellow comedy genius Andy Jacobs, have to guess the times when randomly selected goals were scored. There'll be 5 of them, and a margin of error will build. The person with the lowest overall score wins. Now, if the person trailing at any point gets a direct hit on the goal time, then the scores revert to 0-0. So the time difference today, it's a Premier League derby special.
Oh, that's nice. I like it.
Okay, so
not Derby in the Premier League, because I don't think they scored many.
I was going to say that would be largely pointless. Now, because
pointless is again another format. Is a completely different format.
Completely, and pretty much like my Thursday topics. So, as Andy is the guest,
yes,
Andy, if you would like, you can choose whether you would like to go first or second.
I'll go second, I think.
Oh, okay. The wimp's way out. Sure.
Well, you know, give myself a shout.
Okay, so the first goal on time difference today is 4-4 Arsenal against Spurs.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Famous game.
October 2008. David Bentley.
Okay, yeah, I remember the goal.
An absolute worldie in that game.
I love Football Stan.
I love Football Stan. It's that one, isn't it? Yes, okay. Oh, but when did he score it? That's the big question.
It's that game. I don't know if it's that goal, but
okay.
Yeah, he definitely scored a worldie. Yeah.
I'm going to go second half. I'm going to go 54th minute.
I'm going to go that it was the end of the game. I'm going to go 90th minute.
It's a long time ago, isn't it? I mean, let's find out. Go on then.
Okay, let's hear how that goal went in.
The former Arsenal player has scored an astonishing goal.
Sounds late. Go on, Jeff.
That goal went in the 13th minute.
Oh dear.
So after
I hate football, Stan.
I did make the point that I didn't think that was the goal that.
Yes,
no. 13th minute. Okay.
13th minute. So Andy, you are 77 minutes out. Yes. Charlie, you are 40. I'm sorry, work that out. 13, 50, 41 minutes.
40,
so
not much better. I will say, not much better. So 36 in it.
Yeah. So Andy, you can pull it back here. Hopefully there won't be any causery from Charlie on this. So Everton 2, Liverpool 2. The last Merseyside derby at Goodison. Tarkowski with a late leveller in that game.
Yeah.
But we're not his goal. In which minute Mo Salah make it 2-1 to Liverpool.
Okay, 54th minute.
Yeah, I think it was early in the second half. I think you're about right. Andy, I'm going to go the 49th minute.
Well, let's hear how that goal went in.
Right footed, cleared off the line, comes back to Salah. He puts it into an empty net and Liverpool lead.
I'll have to get my calculator out today.
Gosh.
So that goal went in the 73rd minute.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Gosh, dreadful.
Andy, 19 minutes out, added to the 77, so he's 96 minutes out. Charlie,
the whole game.
Charlie was 24 minutes out, added to the 41. He's 65 minutes, so 96 plays 65.
And he's a game out after 2.
It's not good.
Andy's going to be going, it's a stupid game. It's a waste.
Stupid game, kids game, waste of half an hour. Let's carry on.
No, I like it. It's a challenge.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? Yes.
Okay, goal number 3. Manchester United 1, Manchester City 6.
Ooh.
So Mario Balotelli.
Oh yeah.
Is. Do you remember when he did?
Why always me?
Why always celebration?
Yeah. Okay.
In which minute did he score? And it's you to go first, Charlie.
He scored. I think he scored. I'm going to go 18th minute. I think it was early.
Yeah, I'm going 17th minute.
Oh.
Okay.
Really trying to claw it back there, Andy.
Let's hear how that goal went in.
Now it's played back to Nuno, it's side footed towards Mario Balotelli. And Super Mario gives City another power up.
That goal went in the 22nd minute.
Ooh,
so
not
Andy
bad,
went
pretty good.
Andy went Regals there, so he's 5 out, Charlie 4 out, so it's 101.
Yeah.
Plays 69. Dear God.
Plum plays 69. No smirking at the back.
Yeah, so I've got to cry and pull it back. Okay.
Okay.
So,
Andy, do you need to get a bit of sun cream on or anything at the moment? I'm worried.
Can I
SPF.
just put the blinds down? I can't even see.
Go and put the blinds down, and I'll ask Jeff for a score between Oxford and. Go and ask. What's the score going to be between Oxford and Leicester today, Jeff?
0-0.
A 0-0.
Or 1-1.
No way. Oxford United have Cameron Brannigan. He's brilliant. What a brilliant player he is.
Excellent from set pieces.
Exactly. There we are.
Off you, is it?
Well, not today, because I'll be hosting Game On Virgin Radio 2 till 6.
Is it true you're
never
on
miss
Times?
A goal, never miss a beat.
Is it true you're on Times Radio tonight and then doing the overnights?
Yeah, I am. I just don't go home. That's just how it is. Let's carry on with the quiz, though.
Okay, we're on to goal number 4. So this was a London derby. Chelsea 2, Spurs 2.
Okay.
Eden Hazard scoring my favourite goals of all time.
Okay.
Of course it was.
Because it broke Spurs' hearts and it handed the Premier League to Leicester.
I remember this.
And it's Andy to go first.
Chelsea goal.
I'm guessing, Andy, you were there.
Funny, I was in China.
Oh.
I was visiting my son in China, and I was listening to it in the middle of the night. I turned off at 2-0. Spurs were 2-0 up.
Yeah.
And I woke up again because I had a bit of jet lag. Turned it back on. I couldn't believe it. Unbelievable.
Amazing.
So,
yeah. Well, fantastic.
Yeah. It came late. I remember the goal. I can see it in front of me now. 87th minute.
87th minute. A late goal from Eden Hazard, was it? 87th minute. Andy must be about right. I'm going to say 90th minute.
Let's hear how that goal went in.
Costa through the Hazard! Eden Hazard has won the Premier League title for Leicester!
On the Moose. If you're spot on, Andy, this goes back to 0-0. Jeff.
So, Charlie, you said 90. Andy said 87. That goal went in the 83rd minute.
Oh, so close. So good. Good one, though, Andy. Very good.
Andy, 4 minutes out. Charlie, 7 minutes out. So it's Andy, 105, and it's Charlie, 76. So 29
in it.
Is
the beauty of the game is you can still come back, Andy. It can still be a draw. I can be all over the place here. I don't know any of the goals. I'm guessing. It's guessing numbers.
Charlie has to go first on this because he's in the lead.
Yep.
Similar to what we do on the final birthday on a Thursday.
Okay. Yeah.
But if you get a direct hit, Andy, then it will take the scores back to 0-0.
Good.
So this goal number 5, Liverpool 7. Well, Liverpool-Man United is not a derby, is it?
Okay.
But it's obviously a big rivalry. So anyway, big rivalry.
This was a mad
Liverpool
game.
7.
This is a good game, yeah.
Yeah, Liverpool thrashed Man United, absolute hammering. But in which minute did Cody Gakpo score? It says here, in what minute? And I'm backing the team on this. In which minute did Cody Gakpo score the first goal?
Okay. The 8th minute.
No, I think it was sort of 0-0 for a while, if I remember, and then they just collapsed. So I'm going to go 35th minute.
You want to go a bit higher than that, Andy? You want to go 39th, 38th minute? You want to go?
39th minute then.
Okay.
39th minute. Okay, let's hear how that goal went in.
Ball 1, Manchester United 0. Cody Gakpo finishes brilliantly.
Well, that goal went in the 43rd minute.
Oh, well done, Andy. See, you won it. You won it.
Andy Jacobs wins 109 to 111. He's pulled it round right at the end. Brilliant knowledge there, Andy, knowing it was 0-0 for so long.
Yeah, I remember the game. It was not Bruno Fernandez's finest hour, if I remember rightly.
Brilliant, Andy. Brilliant. Jeff, enjoy West Brom. Andy, it's been lovely doing the show with you. Thanks so much.
Yeah, pleasure. Enjoyed it.
There we are. Reshmin joins us next from the Emirates.